When we think of the most horrific of crimes, the ones so morally repugnant and barbaric, the widespread ones that make you question humanity, it can help us cope to believe they happen somewhere else, somewhere far away. That's why this weekend's FBI prostitution sting and capture of over 150 pimps was so disturbing. Over 100 children rescued. Sexual slavery here at home. How does it still happen? And who are the victims? ABC's Mariana van Zeller went undercover to find out.
Sex sells, and here in America, the business of sexual slavery is booming. It happens thousands of times a day, on the streets, the internet, and those ubiquitous massage parlors that dot the nation's strip malls. To understand how this sex business operates, we decide to go undercover and unveil the secret war between pimps, the girls, and Americans willing to pay for sex. It's mid-afternoon outside this massage parlor in Houston.
There's a little button camera that I'm going to be wearing on my body.
Darren, my producer, poses as a potential customer.
Wish me luck. When you walk into these places, the first thing you see is a big window, and these girls just parade out in front of you behind the glass.
Howdy.
And I guess the idea is that you take your pick.
How much is it? How much? Okay. And you guys dance too? No dance. Okay. All right, thank you.
Obviously, you can't just ask for sex. There's a lot of coded language being used.
And full service?
Live one-on-one and girlfriend.
Hi.
Thick glass windows, steel bars, women dressed in very revealing clothing. Things that just basically suggest that this isn't your everyday massage parlor.
Next, I go in myself.
I'm going to say I'm a journalist working for National Geographic and see if anyone comes out to talk to me.
All right, she's going in.
Hi. Do you work here?
No.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Thank you. Hello? Yeah, my name is Mariana. I'm from National Geographic. I'm working on a film about salons and spas.
As I leave the spa, the man I saw in the lobby waves me over to his car.
Hi, Mariana. So you were in there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's trying to summarize it, dude.
Don't be afraid. Come on.
I don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm new to town. I don't know how things work here. A friend of mine said that this is a good place.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of...
Class, I'm a lawyer, and, you see lawyers and doctors. I'm feeling it, you know what I mean? I would, treat you just like, the bag.
She's propositioning.
Let me think about it. How much would you pay? 2? Okay, let me think about it.
You're not a cop.
I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop.
After I confirmed that I can't arrest him, he says something that makes me think.
Hey, you're gonna be my girl. I'm gonna take care of you.
You're gonna take care of me?
I promise you.
Sounds like you might be a pimp.
So you're just a customer. You're not a pimp, are you? Okay.
No, I swear to God. I'm a professional.
Okay.
Oh my God, that was crazy. That was totally crazy. Could you hear?
I was able to hear pieces.
This guy told me that if I worked 5 guys a day, that I could make $1,000 a day, and it was pretty good.
To me, it just illustrates, even if you went under there, under your own volition, how quickly you can be scooped up by a pimp.
Later that night, we look up the man from the spa. It turns out that he does have a professional job, and there is no evidence he is a pimp. But to find out more about that world, our next stop is the streets of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Tonight we're headed towards a place we found is pretty common to have girls walk in the street. Our concern is that some of the girls are forced to walk the beat, against their will.
We're out with Mark and Amy, 2 activists from a local Christian group who work with an often hidden population, American girls who are the victims of sex trafficking. We arrive at the Track, a term used to describe a city's street prostitution area.
Here's a girl right here to the left.
Among prostitutes, 75% are selling themselves because they are working for a pimp.
These guys kidnap, kill, and rape women for a living, so they're yeah, you need to know that going in.
Amy spots one young girl who seems especially distraught.
Look at that. Oh, you see that, dude?
I think she needs help. Come on. Yeah. Sure.
The girl's erratic behavior could indicate that she is a trafficking victim.
Hey, I have a question. My name's Amy. If you ever need anything like clothing, food, anything, want to get out of the game?
Definitely need clothing.
Are you okay?
Not really.
Are you safe?
What happened?
Yeah,
What's up, babe?
a lot of
Yeah?
yeah.
How old are you?
23.
You're so young, you're a baby. Where are you from?
Philly.
Oh, okay. Are you working the streets right now? A little bit. It's okay, it's okay.
Actually, there's a guy coming up now. I think that's probably your pimp.
As the girl starts to cry, we have no idea that this man is eyeing us from just a few feet away.
I may have to hop out.
Do you have a pimp or are you just doing it on your own?
No.
Okay.
On my own, but I mean, people has tried to.
Totally. Well,
I'll
Katie,
give you a call though because my boyfriend's across the street waiting.
it's so interesting. Like these girls, those are their boyfriends, but yet their boyfriend has other girlfriends who are also having them work the street.
But it is off the streets that sex traffickers are often hidden in plain sight.
He had a very, very expensive suit and a private plane. You would never look at him and think, oh, well, this is a trafficker.
When Jillian Morning was 19, she started to make a name for herself as a model.
Nobody would believe that you're a sex trafficking victim.
I think part of that is just because we've ingrained in ourselves of what a sex trafficking victim often is.
Jillian grew up as the quintessential girl next door. She was a high school cheerleader and a straight-A student. But on one modeling job in Arizona, her life would change forever. In the middle of the night, 3 men entered her hotel room. One of them was a man in the modeling industry, someone who had gained her trust.
And they all raped me, and they videotaped it and photographed it.
When Jillian returned to Charlotte, she was too afraid to go to the police. She decided to put the whole incident behind her. But then, her abuser called.
And he said, I have all those videos of you being raped in Scottsdale, and I'm gonna sell them on the internet and attach your name to them. It became threat after blackmail after blackmail. And so when he would say, hey, you know, I need you to go to this city, or I'm in Charlotte and I need you to meet with this person, then I did.
One of the incredible things about Jillian's story is that her trafficker was a wealthy and respected member of the community. There is no standard way a pimp or trafficker recruits a girl, but they are nearly always master manipulators.
Thinking back, it makes me sick. How many different people got it, all the different places in my body.
This is Jessica. For years, she was trafficked by pimps between massage parlors all over the country.
I mean, we had girls in Las Vegas, we had girls in Kansas, we had girls here in Houston, Texas, we had girls in Oklahoma. I mean, there was girls just coming in from all over the place.
What ages?
The youngest one was 13. She looked older.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
In 2009, the FBI indicted the gang of pimps responsible for trafficking Jessica.
I was just a piece of property. That's why we got branded. That's why all the girls that were with particular guys got branded.
What do you mean got branded?
I have a panther on my back, and that was their little logo. And it's like uncoverable. I mean, you can't cover it.
So this was to show that you belonged to...
I'm their property.
You see it says victim.
In 2013, 3 of the traffickers were sentenced to 8 years in prison.
I think they should have gotten the death penalty.
Do you think that he'll ever serve time for what he did to you?
I sure hope so.
Thousands of times every day, young American women are bought and sold.
They may not change their lives right away. They may go back to the streets. They may give up, but they had an opportunity to know that someone loved them unconditionally. And they'll realize that someone is always waiting for them to come home.
For Nightline, I'm Mariana van Zeller in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Amazing that still happens. Mariana, thank you. Inside Secret America airs Wednesday on National Geographic Channel. Later this year, you'll be able to see more of Mariana on Fusion, the joint venture cable channel between ABC News and Univision.